What's happening, folks? Back with some Smiths. Indeed, I wanted to give a big shout out to Daisylusion. I enjoyed that moniker when I saw it, but yeah, they reached out and said that they wanted to send me all the non-album and or demo tunes from the Smiths, because again, I went through all the proper albums. I think I reacted to one or two tracks, like How Soon Is Now, I believe is not an album track if I'm recalling, and I know I reacted to that. But the point is, there's a number of Smiths tunes that remain unreacted to, and Daisylusion reached out and said that they would make those available, and indeed I now have them, and they're organized by their albums, meaning all the non-album tunes from the era of each of the albums are in separate folders. So very much appreciate not only sharing, but the assistance with the organization and so on. So yeah, I'm going to start going through the tracks from the era of their debut album. I'm going to jump around a little bit because there's just a couple titles that jumped out to me right away, and it was like, oh, I want to react to that. So there's like, I think it's like 15. I'm trying to see, or I will check. I am trying to see. Yeah, so there's 15 tunes in the folder, two of which are like, or no, just one. So one is an unreleased 1982 tape demo called I Want a Boy for My Birthday, but all the rest of them appear to be actual B-sides. And then there's, what is this? Oh wait, so Sandy Shaw, I'm not sure. Maybe there's something in the email about that, but in the moment I'm not sure. Sandy Shaw, like, because it's listed as if it's the artist title, but then the metadata still says the Smiths. So I'm sure people will comment and let me know what those are, but there's 11 tunes in the folder that are Smiths specifically. In any case, one of the first tunes that I wanted to react to is Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want, which feels very much like a Morrissey title. There's a humor to it, like a lot of his titles. There's a psychology to it, which in this case sounds, let's say, selfish, although again, depending on the context, that type of sentiment could be less selfish than it appears on the surface, or less self-oriented even. Just that, you know, if it's a relationship that's always one-sided the other way, saying like, please, just this once. Because you're asking to get your way, right? Like, you're not insisting, you're not dominant to the point where you're just doing it. You're saying please, 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 like triple please. You know, sounds like begging, sounds like pleading. Let me get what I want. You know, almost like brackets, just this once. So yeah, again, there's a humor to it. There's a psychology it's nuanced, or at least that's how it comes across. So I'm really curious to hear what this is. Once again, shout out to Daisylusion, and we will go through all of the tunes in this folder. Again, like maybe that opening demo, like a tape demo, which I'm guessing the sound quality won't be quite on the level of the others. You know, if there's something in here that's like not particularly different from, let's say, because I saw there's like a live version of Hacienda and so on. So there's like maybe some tunes along the way that won't be terribly different to a track that I have heard before. But generally speaking, my plan is to go through them all. So I will jump around a little bit just based on titles, because I was amused to see a couple of those in here. So I want to do those first. But yeah, ultimately, I don't know. I suppose I'll just keep going with the Morrissey stuff even as I do this. I'm not prepared to do it in this session. I probably won't do a solo Morrissey in this session. But perhaps starting with the next time around with the Smiths here, I'll do a Smiths and a Morrissey in the same batch. I'll try to do them in tandem. So in any case, let's listen to the tune. This is the Smiths, a non-album B-side, and it's called Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want.
Good times for a change. See, the look I've had can make a good man turn bad. So please, 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 let me get what I want this time. Haven't had a dream in a long time. See, the life I've had can make a good man bad. So for once once in my life let me get what I want. Lord knows it would be the first time. Lord knows it would be the first time.
Shorter one, which I know can and often does happen with B-sides. But that's cool. That number one, it feels like, it's nice to go back to the Smiths. Not that some of the Morrissey tunes I've been going through sound terribly different. Indeed, there's a few where I've said, "Oh, this is," going through his solo work, I was wondering to what degree it would sound similar to the Smiths, and perhaps unsurprisingly, some have been more like that, some less like that. But yeah, it just feels nice to hear a Smith's tune, proper again. I would say though that keyboard, I'm assuming element in the back third of the tune, that felt like something that I would be less expecting to hear from a tune this early in their career. Like if it was something on Strange Ways and there was a notable keyboard part, it's like, okay, that doesn't surprise me. I feel, by this point it seems clear that they were maybe, pulling in different music directions, but they were certainly doing things that were not the wheelhouse or the bread and butter of their first couple albums. So, yeah, I guess that one element stood out a little bit because I was, slightly surprised to hear it. But yeah, enjoy the tune, and again, completely unsurprisingly, it's not just just this time, it's for once in my life. Lord knows it would be the first time in my life. It just, again, his self-reflective and melancholy sentiment, but again, with humor and with wit, the songwriting, he has his own lane, and he very much, inhabits that lane. So, yeah, another cool tune. Like I said, a shorter one. I feel like that was maybe 2 minutes. Slightly less than that, a little over 150. So yeah, I'm guessing there'll be other ones like that. But either way, Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now is calling my name for the next one. So we'll come back for that soon. Once again, shout out to Daisylusion. I really do appreciate it, as well as to Han Solo, who had shared the Smiths in the original run of that. Or of this deep dive, that it is active again. So yeah, as I said, when I come back for this next time, I'll try to do the tune I just mentioned in conjunction with a solo Morrissey track. So, and in that regard, shout out to Seb as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.